Hello, I am Jennifer Woods with the Fairfax County Department of Family Services. I am here with Darlene Alvarez, who is one of our wonderful foster parents. We are here to discuss one of the most important steps to becoming a foster parent, the Mutual Family Assessment, which is also known as the home study process. This process evaluates your ability to provide for the basic needs as well as meet the emotional, developmental, and medical needs of a child in foster care. This process also helps you recognize if you are ready and able to meet the needs of the agency. Darlene, let's talk about the first step, PRIDE training. PRIDE stands for Parent Resource for Information, Development, and Education. Tell us about your experience with PRIDE training.
Well, PRIDE consisted of 5 classes. The first one was in person. There were sessions with social workers.
I thank you guys for all the work you've put in so far, but here is where the real work begins, all right?
And other parents going through foster care training. Like I mentioned, the first class was in person.
Mutual Family Assessment, where we together go through this process and we come up with a mutual decision on if this is the best fit for you and for us to serve the children that we have in care, okay? So that's what it's really all about and why we have you here.
The other 4, they were virtual, and we agree on a good time for everybody, which was 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. The instructors created a very welcoming environment for everybody. It was a judgment-free zone, and we were able to go through the sessions and come into our own conclusion if we are good, if this is something that we would like to do to become foster parents. Each session covered competency of the training, how to nurture a child, what will happen if you come with a placement and the kid has some learning disabilities, what will be the best way to bridge the gap and maintain contact with their birth families. And it was very helpful and makes you understand that you have what it takes to become a foster parent.
Let's talk about the additional aspects that need to be completed when you're in PRIDE training, and that is the homework and foster parent college.
So during the first session, the instructors let you know that you're enrolled in the foster college. Every week you have to complete a course, some assessments, and overall time, I would say it was about 2.5 hours per week that you have to put in there, and you have an assessment of about 20 questions. Then you move up to the next session. If you have time, you can complete it all of the sessions at the beginning. Also, additional to those courses, you have homework from the training.
So now that we've heard about PRIDE training, after successful completion of the classes, the foster care and adoption team will conduct our interviews and request that you complete an autobiography and questionnaires. This helps us to get to know you better. The questionnaires explore your marital history and parenting style. Was this your first autobiography, Darlene?
Oh, yes, it was. It was my first autobiography. The questionnaires, they go over your childhood experiences, how you were brought up, how you met your spouse, how we were disciplined coming up. Is that something that you would practice with a child under your care? Questions like that. It was good to reflect. They talked to my wife and to myself. Questions were about mainly parenting styles. How have we encountered difficult situations in our marriage? And how do we project that to a child under our care?
Thank you for being honest with us, Darlene. While this process is continuing, we will conduct background checks. That includes the FBI, local checks, central registry, out-of-state checks if you've moved recently, the DMV, and sworn statements from you and people in your life that are in the household. During PRIDE training, we are transparent that this is a thorough process. It's important to check all aspects of your life if we are going to trust you with the care of another human being. Can you talk about the experience with the background checks and provide some helpful tips to make the process as smooth as possible?
One anecdote for me during this process is that I've moved a lot recently, so I had to do background checks on 5 different states. And so we have to fill out all of that paperwork. I thought it was going to be challenging, but it was actually an easy process.
Another aspect, I want people that are coming to be foster parents to know, you need to talk to the people in your life to let them know you're doing this process because of things like references, but also they support you.
Yeah.
They might be able to help you to pick up a child or anything like that. So I wanted to kind of get into that aspect of it?
Personal references are important because it's just another perspective from somebody else of how they see you as a parent, if they think you can be a good parent or not. I reach out to a few of my good friends. I call them and say, hey, I'm going through this process. I'm trying to get certified as a foster parent. Will you be okay with me providing your information for you to write down a statement if you think I'm a good fit for it or not? And be honest. If I'm not a good fit, I'm not a good fit. Those are the people that become part of your village. If you need anything from them and they know you're going through the foster care process, they will be willing to help you out.
All right, speaking of your village, next up is one of the most critical components of the mutual family assessment, the physical home environment checklist. We need to see where the child will be sleeping, living, eating. How is your home maintained? Are there easily accessible exits and emergency plans? Darlene, as a foster parent, please talk us through the check of your home and what was looked at for safety.
During the check of my home, walk around the house, make sure the house was safe. Look at where do we keep our knives? Do you have fire detectors? The smoke detectors? Do you have the fire extinguishers on hand? How's your pantry look like? Like rules about possibly owning a firearm if you happen to have one or not. Where to keep any alcohol beverages. Also went to see the room where the child could be and make sure it has a bed.
Now that we've looked at the safety of your home, we want to look at your well-being. The last few parts of the process include a medical examination to ensure you are in the best possible health to be a guardian. We also need full disclosure of your financial information. Despite receiving a stipend and some supports, the responsibility is mostly on the foster parent to feed, clothe, and entertain the child and enrich their life. Finally, we will decide if both you and the foster care and adoption team are a great fit for each other. Only when both parties say yes, then it's a full go. That is why the process is called a mutual family assessment. Are you ready? Here is how you can connect with Fairfax County. You can send the program an email at beafosterparent@fairfaxcounty.gov. You can call 703-324-7639. Or you can fill out the foster parent interest form by scanning the QR code on the screen. I hope you've learned more about becoming a foster parent and the mutual family assessment. You can be a foster parent too.